What percentage? What percentage?
Percentage? I'd probably say over half.
Over
Because I,
half of the games have a booster or win trader.
yeah.
Yeah, that is crazy. At the time of this video being recorded, there are just a few days left in Season 10. Tensions have never been higher, toxicity has never been higher, and players just want to get to their desired rank so they can get their Victoria skin or their Diamond, Master, Grandmaster, or Challenger borders. Depending on whichever rank they want, there are a few ways you can go about it. You can grind your butt off and try your hardest to get to it. Fair fight if you don't get it, you'd be happy if you do, or you can buy it. Buying ranks is nothing new. It has existed since League of Legends has existed. Boosting has been a result of players' desperation to achieve a desired rank since the beginning of League of Legends' existence, but more recently, another form of buying rank, which is called win trading, has recently sprouted in high elo such as Grandmaster and Challenger, which has plagued the high elo community for the past few seasons. Most players may not know this, but if you're trying to play League of Legends at the highest rank at any given night, you may have up to 80% of your games between 10 p.m. and 6 a.m. have win traders or boosters in them, specifically win traders because there aren't enough players queuing up at those hours at those ranks, so it's extremely easy to find the player you're trying to win trade with on the enemy team and get in the same exact champion select. And for those of you that don't know what win trading is, we do have the best coach in League of Legends to explain it. But guys, this problem has been heavily overlooked by Riot. It's almost as if they do not care even a little bit. Players at the highest ranks, pro players, challenger players, everyone is miserable at these ranks, so much so to the point where most pro players and streamers refuse to play at these ranks. Pro players would rather scrim or just not play, and streamers are smurfing because they simply don't want to wait 30 minutes in queue for a game that is predetermined. It's always one-sided one way or another. It's irritating and stressful when you lose these games, and it's not rewarding when you win. So guys, today we're going to be fully exposing this multi-million-dollar League of Legends black market. How much do people get paid for one game in Challenger? Like, what's the most you've ever seen someone get paid just for one singular win in that elo?
$100.
$100 for one win.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I don't know.
I managed to get an interview with someone who's been running an ELO boosting website for many years now. We're going to jump into that call right now. Then we're going to go throughout this talking to different challenger players and their opinions on the whole situation. So how long have you had this ELO boosting website?
About 4.5 years.
In the past 4.5 years, how much money would you say you've made since you started?
In the past few years, I mean, it's really picked up. I think I've made over a few $100,000 just off of the website.
In regards to this whole boosting win trading thing, what would you say is one thing that pretty much no one knows about?
So yeah, maybe a good fourth of the accounts in Challenger are boosted. Master tier, Grandmaster, or at least half.
What's the most common kind of boosting order you get on a day-to-day basis?
Yeah, so I mean, towards the end of the season, we were getting about 30 to 50 orders to get gold 4.
Do you feel bad directly impacting the rank ladder and kind of like just having all these players get to these ranks and just kind of being terrible at their rank that they get boosted to?
Yeah, I mean, the way I see it, if they're not going to buy a boost from my site, they're going to get it from somewhere else. So it really doesn't make a difference.
Does knowing the fact that Riot isn't doing enough to deal with win traders and boosters, does it demoralize you to play League of Legends in high elo and try to be competitive?
Yeah, I would say the fact that Riot doesn't care enough about win trading and boosting makes me demoralized to play League. I mean, there's a reason I've decayed over 3 times this season. Like, I'd be over 1,000 LP by now, but I've decayed from 800 LP to 0. I'm D1 right now because I decayed from 800 because I just don't feel like playing.
Now guys, I've called in a friend, everyone's favorite coach, top lane YouTuber, and multi-challenger Tryndamere player, Fogged for the win 2. He's going to help explain what win trading is.
Win trading is when you're 2-0 in your Masters promos, right? You got a friend. You're like, hey friend, can you queue up at the same time as me? That way you can throw the game so I can get a free win. I'll hit you up next time so that we equalize MMR, keep the K games up. One friend throws for another for like a promos win or even just trading wins. So like in Challenger, there's a time bank. So you have to play a game per day on average, and it stores up to 10 days before you decay. Two players on the threshold of Challenger, like right on top of it, they're in Challenger right now, but they're going to decay and they're fucking bad, right? So they're worried that they're going to lose. So one friend will throw one game, one friend will throw another, and then it balances out in terms of LP and MMR, right? And they stay at the same rank, but they have that decay game stored. There's also another one where, say, Mr. Booster is on an account, playing on like some silver player's account, but you know, it's grinded up all the way to the Challenger. And Mr. Booster isn't confident that he can win this last game. To make sure the account gets in the Challenger so he can claim his bag of money. So he asks another booster to hop on an account in like D1 Masters MR that they don't really care about, just to throw a game, just to guarantee that the guy gets the boosted account into Challenger, you know, so they can grab that money. Anyways, that's basically like win trading in general. It's just basically throwing a game so that another person can win, and maybe they like trade a game back for decay games, whatever.
Thousands of people are buying win trades, they're buying boosts, and they're buying different accounts that have been hacked or previously sold with rare skins or just some form of rank or value overall. These hacked accounts are being sold off in mass quantities just over and over again, and it just seems like the problem is getting worse, not better.
It's big, especially because it's end of season. When it's end of season, that's when people need Challenger the most, so they're willing to pay a lot of money just for a single win.
That makes sense. And on the whole topic of end of season boosting and win trading, what percentage of games do you see it like? Do you see it in like half of your games? Like, what percentage of games are you seeing it in your super high elo games that you play in?
It really depends on the time zone, because when it's during the day, I'd say about like maybe 5 to 10%, but at night when no one's online and you can easily queue snipe against your friends, I'd say it's about probably 30% of your games you're going to see people win trading or boosting.
30%. And do you think that's acceptable? Like, do you think that that's an okay thing to exist from the biggest game in the world?
I don't think it's acceptable, and I've never been a fan of it, but it makes sense. If you're playing at the highest rank, and you're not a streamer and you're not pro, you know, there's a good chance that you need money because you're spending all your time playing League, so I can see why it makes sense.
So how often do you see boosters or win traders in your game when you're playing in Challenger?
I would say it's like every second or third game at least. There's someone account sharing, or I mean, it's kind of hard to like prove win trading because, you know, someone could be just playing a bad game, but there are definitely games where there's, you know, some people acting a little suspicious.
So you're saying every single day you play against some kind of nonsense in your ranked games, whether it be a booster or a win trader?
Oh yeah, absolutely. There's no doubt about it.
And
Like, if I play a full day of high low, I'm playing against probably like at least 5 or 6 people, playing on shared accounts, or like where maybe not even one booster, but maybe multiple boosters playing the same account. You can tell with like changed flash sums. Sometimes like you take a look at where the refill pod or corrupting pod is on the Inferior Hockey. When you look at OPGG, there's multiple ways to tell, but the automated system just can't catch this. It has to be someone manual, I think.
in your opinion, do you think Riot's doing anything or enough about boosters and win traders, or do you think that they're kind of just ignoring it?
I think personally that they need to have, even if it's just a small team, just like 1 or 2 people that just check up on manual reports of like high-low players to look for these boosters, win traders. Now, I'm sure there's going to be a lot of, you know, boosters and like lower elos too, but, you know, also could be just people on Smurf accounts, whatever. But it's really easy to track if you just take the time to look for high-low players. So I just don't think they're doing enough. They need a team. I think it's most commonly in the D1 to Master boosting bracket, because
What percentage? What percentage?
percentage, I'd probably say over half.
Over
Because
half of the games have a booster or win trader.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is crazy. I'm making this video to bring awareness to the fact that this is such a big problem, specifically in higher ranks, but there's also this giant underground black market that no one knows about that's not being taken care of. Hacked accounts are being sold just because of their skins, or even just for 20 bucks because it's a Smurf that people can buy. It is an endless cycle, and something needs to be done about it. Personally, as someone who likes playing in high elo, I'm not going to be doing it that often because I just want to get my rank and not have to deal with the stress. It is a chore. It is a form of torture to have to play at that rank at this point because no game is legitimate. You can't play a full session and just have a straight up gaming session. It's gonna have some form of nonsense, cheating, etc. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to leave a like. If you want to see a part 2, let me know in the comments. Subscribe for future content similar like this and other gameplays and all that stuff. But until next time, have a good day. Peace out.